Is it because you have a disease, Luke?
I love that was the first thing people heard. And you know what? It's correct. It's absolutely correct, Luke. You are diseased.
It is true.
You need to see a horny doctor. Not a horny doctor. You need to see a horny doctor. All right? To be clear.
Doctor of horny.
Doctor of
all
horniness.
of the above.
Not a doctor who is horny. Let's go over to the Magmin, which is just, absolute little gremlin. It's the opposite of an ice baby. It's a fire baby. But I mean, it's an adult, as far as I can tell. It's just awful.
This is like a visual representation of an STI. Like Mucinex commercials for the mucus. This is the crotch infection mascot.
Yeah.
The crotch infection mascot.
This does look like the manifestation of like
I don't
gonorrhea.
I don't mind smashing smaller creatures, things like fairies, goblins, yada yada. But this thing has almost perfectly the proportions of a child, and I just can't.
Yeah, this is a bit anime for my liking.
I'll pass.
You know how the upgraded version of the air elemental was the invisible stalker? This is the upgraded in quotes version of the fire elemental, and it's just
I think someone needs to rethink their idea of an upgrade.
Just everything about this is worse. Everything about this is bad, actually.
Imagine looking after a baby.
I don't even need to fucking
That
imagine.
baby is now on fire.
It just seems like the worst possible creature to exist. Apparently, what happens is if you want to fuck up a nation, you'll summon a mob of Magmins inside the castle and then just leave. Like,
you know, I understand that. That checks out.
Deal with this shit now.
Boom. Shit ton of arson.
I hate them.
Yeah, valid.
I pure hate them.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, they're disgusting. I'm a pass. We're all passes, I think. They're just awful creatures.
Also, like adult Jack. Jack goes to college.
Yeah. Oh.
You know,
Oh my God.
mid-20s phase where he's a total bastard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God.
Let's go on to another classic monster. This is a real classic, to the extent that I will say the name and everyone will have heard of this monster, even if they don't play D&D. The Manticore.
I love the art for this particular one.
Look at that face, though. What is going on with that?
Isn't that what
face?
It's a real Garfield face.
Is this like biblically accurate Garfield?
Yes, biblically accurate Garfield.
This is one of the many tomes from the medieval period where they were like, well, you know, I'm going to describe it to you and you draw it. And we'll say that that's what it is.
Every bit of this art, it's just turning me off.
Yeah, the art is not selling it to me.
I don't mind every part of it other than the face. Like, the rest of the art is fine.
But that face, man.
That face is...
That face of it.
It's legit horrific. Absolutely horrific. But yeah, they can give you a tattoo from ages away. Like, they could just shoot those spines on the tail. Up to 200 feet.
If I wanted to tattoo, I don't think I'd trust this to give me one.
No, I think I'd go to a licensed professional.
Nope, my mind is actively erasing it. Playing.
Like me with that Dick song that you tried to make me listen to earlier.
You've got to play that. It's legitimately really good. The
It is. It's a bomb.
I'm not playing the horse talk song.
So,
would you play this song for Scooby Snack?
No.
What about
starve and die?
What about 2 Scooby Snacks?
Oh, well now that's something to...
What about for horsecock?
Jesus Christ. My vag has never snapped.
Snap back to horsecock.
Tighter, faster.
How glad are we all that we're done with Gary Gygax's Guide to Racism? We remember the gin. Do you remember that? That was a bad time. We're going back. There's one more.
Why are we going back?
The Married.
God damn it.
This is another genie.
You just found the genie version of a funky little fish guy.
So each of the genies are elementals. This is the water one.
I saw the words Vape Nation and I immediately had to hit pass.
Correct.
I think that's just a visceral reaction.
I'll make it up to you. The next one's really good. But on the Vape Nation thing, it can shape clouds of fogs and mist from the vapor in the air to create all sorts of shapes. The start of The Lord of the Rings, when Gandalf's blowing those full ships of smoke shapes, it's like that, but just out of water vapor.
I mean, that's cool, but not cool enough for me to fuck them.
They have beautiful coral palaces underwater.
Built by
Yeah, but they sound like the kind of people that are like AI tech bros because they just keep artists, and I feel like they probably just use that for generative AI.
I know exactly what kind of person this is. This is the kind of person who comes up to you and sneers at the book you're reading and says, I only read books that have won awards. And then you look at them and you go, somebody has to read them for them to get awards, jackass.
Yeah, okay.
That's
yeah.
what this is.
They hate all other genies and everyone else. They're whimsical storytellers. They'll tell you a story. They're champion tale tellers whose favorite legends emphasize the prowess of marriage in general and of the speaker in particular.
Oh, funny that.
They're fanciful and they lie often and creatively, but not always maliciously in their deception, but usually embellishments that suit their fancy.
Yeah, I feel like a tale of emancipation is outside of their concept.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, the slaves they keep are purely as status symbols, so they'll kidnap artists, entertainers, and storytellers for their courts. They don't want slaves who are doing work. They want slaves that are creating art and beautiful things, which is work, of course, but I mean, like, they don't want housework done by slaves. They'll have servants for that. If this next one isn't a unanimous smash, I'm genuinely going to leave the Discord. I will be so offended.
Amazing.
Well, that sounds like a
you know what you gotta do.
The Marilith.
We're finally free.
Yeah,
Come the fuck on.
I would.
Leave Discord, Nick.
Are you saying no to this? Are you doing it for the lols, or do you genuinely would not smash this?
I'm doing it for the lols. No, you need to leave the stream, Nick.
No, no.
Yeah,
I just said if
we're-
you would not smash this, if you would not smash this, I will leave the Discord. But I don't believe you. I physically don't believe you, Luke.
It seems like she's a bit British with all those swords.
Not
All
a
those
single
swords.
damn sword there is.
What a British trait! All those swords. Now, if these were knives, then maybe.
Swords, knives,
Luke!
If these were zombie knives, then I would understand. She's a bit Brixton, but okay.
Luke!
Knives and switchblades, maybe.
Luke, what the fuck?
Luke, we all know that you want to smash. Just press the button, all right? just press the button. We all know it.
Would you
Actually,
do
okay.
Scooby Snack?
So I don't even need Scooby Snacks. I would absolutely smash.
Yeah, I know. We all know it,
So,
Luke.
I mean, let me just throw this quickly. Multiple arms, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic hugs,
Yeah.
along with
Yes.
tail wrapping. Not too sure about the fight. Also, I've probably just watched too much hentai.
Okay.
Fun fact about the Merilith, it has a multi-attack feature that lets it attack 7 times every single turn.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
6 with its swords, 1 with its tail. If it hits with the tail, it automatically grapples creatures medium or smaller. There's no save against that.
Mm-hmm.
Every single individual turn, it gains an reaction. So it's not once per round, it's once
Yep.
per everyone's turn.
They're superb. I mean, just look at her. Like, oh, this is, by the way, a demon.
Nothing has changed.
This is the most smashable creature so far.
The monster manual
Yeah.
really confused me. It's this terrible to behold. Are you sure?
No.
Yeah, strong disagree.
I'd like to be held.
It is terrible for my allies because I will behold it and then I will start calling it mommy.
Yeah.
They possess keen minds and finely honed sense of tactics, and they're able to lead and unite other demons in a common cause. They are often encountered as captains at the head of a demonic horde, where they embrace any opportunity to rush headlong into battle.
How about they rush headlong into my dick? That sounds bad.
But this is a unanimous smash, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get between
hell
my thighs
yeah.
immediately.
And you know what? We're going to follow it up with another hot woman. We are lucky today. We're eating good because we have the Medusa.
It would be harder to rock smash.
Once I get up, it's never going down.
Most incorrect alignment of all time. I genuinely have a bone to pick with this because she's put down as lawful evil, but you go into the lore of it, right? You go into the info section. What happened is they suffer an immortal curse brought on by their vanity. Usually they pray to malicious gods or beg dragons for ancient magic or seek out a powerful archmage to fulfill their wishes to be the most beautiful person in the world. Or they make sacrifices to demon lords or archdevils for beauty. And this comes with this curse. curse, and eventually they are cursed to become a Medusa. But here's the thing that I think is really weird. It says, after years of living like a demigod among mortals, the price of their vanity and hubris is exacted, and they are forever transformed. Medusas live forever in seclusion, alienated from the world around them by their monstrous form and caprice. Their homes gradually fall into disrepair until they're little more than shadowy ruins, covered with thorns and creepers, riddled with obstructions and hiding places. So she's hidden away from all the people that she could possibly affect with her curse, and she's considered evil. They lurk in quiet exile among the tumbled ruins of their former lives, surrounded by the petrified remains of past admirers and would-be heroes. They're victims here.
Yeah.
To be
It's
fair,
just-
every version of Medusa gets maligned. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say the long and short of it is that I don't have to make eye contact with her to make her come. So
Oh yeah, the thing about not a fan of mirrored ceilings, if she sees her own reflection, she'll also turn to stone.
Yeah.
just a little blindfold. It's fine.
I've seen a few hentais more recently with specifically Medusas. Pretty wholesome, actually.
So yeah, let's move on to the next one, which I think this is great because this is just a pretty normal person. But the D&D artist went as hard as they possibly could for this art. My God.
Oh, damn.
Oh dang!
What is this Zelda level shit?
This is the Merfolk. They're as common as humans, but they live under the water.
And your great is pretty fine.
That's it.
Word.
I feel like this is
No.
the easiest everyone smashes we've ever had. And that's only because Nick made that one declaration on that one demon and Luke had to be difficult.
Because Luke likes being difficult.
Look at that art. That's incredible. They are about as numerous as humans. They don't often meet humans because most humans don't go underwater. There are loads of merfolk underwater. They have cities and
Under the sea.
settlements and stuff like that. Yeah, just under the sea.
I would definitely smash
Yeah, no question.
the Zora from Zelda.
Oh, it is a bit, isn't
Oh yeah.
it? Yeah. And now, do you want to see the fucked up version of the merfolk?
Yeah.
Sure, let's go.
Because we got one. I'm, by the way, a smash for the merfolk, particularly the one pictured there.
Yeah,
Oh,
we all
yeah.
guessed that. Don't worry.
Now we go to the Merrow. These are merfolk who have been
I wouldn't say
corrupted.
this is a downgrade.
I would say this is a downgrade. They transformed and corrupted. Basically, long ago, a tribe of merfolk found an idol of Demogorgon at the bottom of the sea. They didn't know what it was. They brought it back to their king, and then everyone who touched the idol was afflicted with madness. And they decreed that a sacrificial ritual must be performed to open a gateway to the abyss so they could return to their god, the Demogorgon. They returned, and they were transformed in agony into the Merrow, who now return to the material plane as pirates.
I put forward the statement, yeah, but what that mouth do?
What I'm getting from this is the Merrow are merfolk just before coffee, before getting a good hard railing.
I would.
I probably would as well.
They're bullies as well. They're really mean. They will only attack things smaller and weaker than them.
Okay, but here's the thing. Being bullied is actually kind of hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair. I mean,
I don't need to be friends. I just need to get railed.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know is not an option.
Actually,
I'm
no.
a smash. What am I
Actually-
saying? I got no standards. Do you remember the Arcanoloth? Looked a bit like a fox or something that became a
Yeah.
wizard.
Yes.
Ooh, foxy lady.
Well, this is the Arcanoloth's brother, the Mezzoloth.
Yeah,
beetle.
Distinctly worse.
it really is.
Yeah, no, I'm not for this.
It's an easy
Yeah.
no for me.
It's mostly the coloration, but it reminds me a lot of the Zerg from StarCraft.
I think this is a real Metroid Prime ass design.
I'd
Yeah.
smash it.
Correct.
You'd smash it, yeah?
The only positive for this is the Praise King.
They do have a Praise King.
That doesn't outweigh the rest of it, so pass.
You know what's really interesting is that the neutral evil fiend is a Yugoloth. The chaotic evil is a demon and the lawful evil is a devil, right? So the Yugoloths were created by a devil in sort of cahoots with a group of witches in the plains of Acheron and Gehenna.
Hoots, you say?
Yeah, in cahoots. Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells, commissioned the creation of the Yugoloths on Gehenna by a sisterhood of night hags. He wanted to create an army of fiends that were not bound to the Nine Hells. They created magic tomes and recorded the true names of every Yugoloth they created. Now, knowing the true name of a demon gives you control over it, and that also applies to the Yugoloths. So they kept these as a sort of way to enforce loyalty. However, those books have now been lost, and no one knows where they are. So the Yugoloths have now become mercenaries.
I mean, they're intriguing, but I don't want to fuck one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd like to get to
Yeah.
no one.
Yeah, I'm in there. It's just like, neat. I'm not doing that.
And the terrible breath thing is they can cast Cloud Kill.
Cowards, a lot of you. I'd smash this thing.
But I'm a pass on this. This looks too chitinous. It's a bit too sharp, a bit too... I don't think there's going to be any pleasure in this.
Just a lot of pointy pokey.
Yeah,
Ow.
I'm good.
Not with that action.
It's like fucking a big beetle. I'm all right. It's a Harkness test failure, but it's a good one. It's a classic D&D monster, the Mimic.
You know what? Probably would.
Now, I say Harkness test failed usually because the info block does say that there are some that are more cunning and they have evolved greater cunning and the ability to carry on simple conversations in common, which would make them intelligent enough to pass the Harkness test.
I've seen the anime.
Also, that's not a tongue, that is a pseudopod.
I think I could probably get eaten by a mimic. It'll be fine. Or half eaten.
What that pseudopod do though, baby?
Wrap around my dude.
Also, they're very sticky, they're very adhesive, but they can turn off the adhesiveness. And that's how they move around. So they can unstick you if you want.
Can there be a retraction or at least just, can there be a little less teeth?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I want.
It can. It could be a door if you want. It could be a bed.
You just gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Be brave, Goggles.
Exactly.
It
Go
could
for
be a
it.
bed with a tongue. Come on.
Look,
It could
we've
be-
already
it-
had
look,
the
it-
I wouldn't fuck a beetle
it
because
could
it's
be
too
a-
sharp
it-
conversation.
It
But
could
yes.
be a glory hole.
It could be your fleshlight. You never know. And what about you, Nick? Finish us off.
Wow, I'm not that horny. I'm a smash. It can turn into a bed with a tongue. That's all I need.
Yeah, that's
Come
fair.
on. Like, yeah.
Comfortable and practical.
Yeah. Self-cleaning.
Mm.